And we're actually going to stream it into our private Facebook group as well. That way, if people don't want to be on Zoom tonight, they can actually watch it from Facebook in the private group. So it's not just blasted out there for everyone to see. Okay, that is done. We're going to let these other couple people jump in the room really quick and get connected to audio, then we'll get started. All right, everybody, welcome to our class tonight. Tonight is all about loving your liver. So I do want to keep it somewhat interactive, but we are going to be using the chat of our Zoom here, the chat feature, in order to keep this interactive without it being overwhelming to all of us. So if you have ever done a liver cleanse before, can you put a number 1 in the chat? If you've ever done a liver cleanse. If you have not, can you put a number 2 in the chat? Okay, awesome. Most of you guys, it looks like, have not, and I'm glad that the chat is working well for everybody as well. Perfect. Okay, so tonight we're really going to be learning a lot about our liver. We're going to learn some signs that it's not working as well as it should be. We're going to learn what benefits we have from a liver cleanse, and going over a protocol that we are all going to actually be using together if you so choose. So what we're going to be doing as a group, so this is for all the people that are on my team. If you had another advocate that invited you that's not on my team, they may have something different set up for you guys. But the majority of you guys are here because I invited you, or people on my personal team have invited you. And so we're going to have a group that is going to start on March 15th to do a 30-day liver cleanse. It's not difficult. It's not scary. I've heard some really scary things from people about other liver cleanses that they've done, and they're pretty intense. So you don't have to worry that this is going to be like that. It's very simple to do, but the results are going to amaze you. And in our class tonight, you're actually going to see some testimonials from another team in doTERRA who's actually done this a few months ago with their people, and you'll get to see and read some of their testimonials and following this exact same protocol that we're going to be following. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. Okay, can everybody see that? Is it in full screen for you? Hopefully.
It still says presenter window.
Presenter window? I don't even see that on mine. Hold on. Let's get out of this. Let's try present full screen. See if that's better. Is that better?
That's better.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. It doesn't allow me to see my notes like this, but that's okay. We'll just wing it. It's fine. I can always go back and view my notes like on my phone or something if I need to. So love your liver. We're going to be boosting our metabolism. We're going to be detoxing our body, helping our hormones. We're going to increase our energy. We're going to improve our skin. These are just a few of the results that you're going to have from our liver cleanse. But let's take a look first at signs of an unhealthy liver. If you have any of these, I want you to put a number 5 in the chat. So here's what we're looking for: bloating and gas, constipation, skin issues, inability to lose weight, dark urine, high blood pressure, anxiety, depression, moodiness, chronic fatigue, bruise easily, poor appetite, excessive sweating, or any signs of jaundice, PMS issues, and night sweats. That's a lot of 5s, guys, a lot of 5s. So it seems like we've got some work to do. Here's another question for you. If you have anyone in your life that has these symptoms, who's not on this class tonight, put a number 8 in the chat. Do you know somebody that has these issues? Yeah, look at all those 8s. Okay, so what does that mean for us tonight? I want you to keep them in mind. As we're going through this class, I want you to think about them, and then after the class, you can call them or text them like, oh my goodness, I saw this class. I'm going to send you the recording because it's amazing. and you need this. And that would be a really considerate, loving thing to do, because nobody wants to feel like this, right? These things can really affect our day-to-day life. And it is the signs of an unhealthy liver. And so not necessarily always, sorry. And it's not always necessarily that that's the only reason these things occur, first of all, but it could point that our liver needs some love. Now, before we go any further, I do want to have my legal disclaimer really quick. I am not a doctor. I am not here to treat, diagnose, prevent, cure any disease that you have. Okay? So talk to your doctor. This is not to be taken instead of anything that your doctor tells you to take. All right, so now that's out of the way. Let's jump in with all the stuff that we know is really, really going to help us and help our family feel better too. So let's take a look at the benefits of a liver detox: rejuvenating our body, melting our fat away, keeping the body running smoothly, purging toxins, increasing energy, help with digestive issues, clearing up our skin, preventing life-threatening diseases, and also reducing inflammation. Now, let's talk a little bit about the liver. So the liver, in case you have no idea where it is, it's located right underneath your rib cage on your right side. Okay. Now, this organ is one of the largest, right? It's actually the largest inside the body. Our skin is our largest organ, but the liver is actually the largest inside the body. It is an incredible organ, but it needs some love and attention, just like everything else. So if you are over the age of 35, if you have been taking any kind of medication, antibiotics, and by the way, this is not like you have to check all these boxes. If you check any of these boxes, then you need to do this. If you drink alcohol, if you eat a lot of red meat or a high carb diet, we want to give this liver some love. You can kind of picture the liver like the air filter in your home or in your car, right? If you never change that air filter, if months go by, if years go by, and you haven't changed the air filter, what is that going to do for the air quality inside your home? It's not going to be good, right? And so our life is in our blood. So we need our liver to do its job so that our blood can do its job. If it's dirty, if it's not functioning properly, then nothing else is going to be functioning properly. And that's why we see all of those symptoms that we just saw on the previous page and why we need to work on it. So here's some fun facts for you. The liver is linked to over 500 different bodily functions. It's going to really help us in processing our nutrients. It's going to help regulate our blood composition. We got our protein, our fat, our sugar. It's helping with all of that. It is crucial to take care of this organ so that our body can be running optimally. It also breaks down and works to metabolize alcohol and medications. Now, this one's not on our fun fact, but here's a fun fact for you. If you drink alcoholic beverages, which I think most of us do on occasion, when you put alcohol inside your body, your liver stops metabolizing food and focuses on metabolizing the alcohol that you just put in it. So if you're struggling to lose weight, alcohol will be one of the first things that you need to cut out of your life, not only because it's high sugar and highly addictive, but also because your body can't metabolize anything else if you're putting all that alcohol into it at the time. So just keep that in mind if you're someone that's working on reducing your weight or getting a better metabolic health. The alcohol might need to go. Our liver is also producing essential proteins and good cholesterol, and again, acting almost like that filter where we're taking toxins from our bloodstream. Now let's talk a little bit about hormones, because our liver can actually influence our emotions. Now, your liver is not producing the hormones we're going to talk about, but it's helping to regulate them. And in fact, the liver is very much connected with your thyroid. So if you have thyroid issues, what we're typically going to tell you first is let's work on your liver. Liver first. It's going to affect your thyroid and everything should be better. Okay. So these three hormones that we have up here, cortisol, estrogen, and testosterone, we're probably all familiar with these three different hormones. The first, they're cortisol. This is your body's alarm system. Too much cortisol, and we're going to have problems. We're not going to be sleeping very well. We're not going to be concentrating well. We're going to have a lot of anxiety and a lot of belly fat. The next one is estrogen. Now, we need our liver to help regulate excess estrogen, which can again cause an imbalance for us. But when we have too much estrogen, we get really moody, really cranky. And again, we're hanging on to excess body weight or fat that we need to get rid of. And then testosterone. Again, the liver comes into play here because it's going to help to break down to maintain the correct levels of testosterone. This is really important for our mental and emotional health, our libido, and our sexual health as well. So the liver is pretty impressive, right? If you learned something new about the liver, can you put a 1 in the chat? Hopefully somebody's learning something new. Awesome. I learned a lot of things just doing research for this class tonight. Okay, so something else that's influencing our liver. We talked about it being like a filter. It's helping to cleanse everything out. Our bodies are incredibly made to reduce toxins in our environment that come in from our environment. Our body gets rid of toxins very well. However, in the days that we're living in, we have such an excess amount of toxins that we're introducing to our body that our body just can't keep up. And because of all these toxins that are getting into our body, we end up with all kinds of health issues related to that. So another fun fact, I don't know how fun it is, but it's an interesting fact that in the last 50 years, more than 82,000 chemicals have been created, and that's actually here in the US. 82,000 chemicals in the last 50 years. Even if you look at like the cosmetic industry, there's over 50, I think it's 1,400 or 1,500 different chemicals that are banned in other countries that they're still allowing in our cosmetics and beauty products in this country. So we're constantly being bombarded, especially those of you guys that are women here in this class. We are constantly putting things on our bodies, our makeup, our skincare, our hair care, your lotions. And now we know with all the research that's been done that synthetic fragrance is the new secondhand smoke. Now, most of you guys, if you're in this class, you probably knew that already. Now, a lot of people, though, don't. Do we have any recovering Bath and Body Works addicts around here? Any of those? Just me? Am I the only one? Back in the day, I used to love that stuff, right? I would love if they had a big like semi-annual clearance sale, all the different smell good, everything. I loved it. Now, of course, I know better and I just can see what it's done. My daughter has asthma. Many of you guys know that. So we don't do any kind of synthetic fragrance in our house at all now. But that was a big difference. And if that's something you're still working on, is when you get rid of it in your life, you will notice that your body will be more sensitive to it. Kind of like alcohol. If you cut off alcohol right now and didn't have a drink for 5 years, and then you had a glass of wine, you would be much more sensitive to it then than you would be today, right? So very similar to the synthetic fragrances and stuff that we're dealing with. So we want to help our body to get rid of all these toxins. And one of the biggest things that we can do is to stop introducing it to so many toxins. And of course, you're in the right spot. doTERRA has all kinds of stuff. We have our laundry detergent and we have our shampoo and our facial cleansers and body wash and all the things that you can trust that aren't going to have all these extra chemicals added in there and synthetic fragrance. So we want to treat our body well. We have just the one body. Doing a cleanse or a detox is going to help us just feel better overall. We can get rid of some parasites. I know we're not going to get into parasites tonight, but a lot of us have them. We don't know we do. So we want to get rid of those as well. We want our organs to function properly. And of course, we want to minimize that toxic load that we're putting our body under. So here might be something you want to screenshot later. These are the testimonials from the other doTERRA group that did this exact same protocol just a few months ago, and some of the results that they had. Now, something I wanted to bring out to you guys was actually this one here on the right that said they had their lab results in, and they had 6 months of data. So they did 3 lab tests and checked their numbers. We recently had the privilege of hearing from Dr. Brannick Riggs. He's one of the doctors that works with doTERRA. He came down and visited our team a couple weeks back. And there was something he told us, and it was that we all need to know our numbers. And I highly recommend that you do this. So if you can do this before we start our cleanse on March 15th, that would be amazing. If you can go get some blood work done, just kind of have that like general checkup, you could do that. That'd be great. If you can't do it before, that's fine. Just try to get it done at some point very soon, because you need to know what's happening inside your body so that you can address it properly. If we don't know, we're just going to continue, doing things that could potentially harm us. So I loved all these different testimonials. You can see here, even in photo, the difference when you're letting your body function properly. I love this girl here on the left. She's obviously, she's still a work in progress is what she says, but huge difference in the way that she looks, no doubt the way that she feels. And this liver cleanse is the jump start into that. Now let's jump into what we're going to be doing. So like I mentioned earlier, this cleanse is very simple. We're going to be using 3 supplements and 3 oils. And once we are done with this class, I'm going to share a link with you guys to register for our study. Okay, our little group that we're going to be in. Once you register, we are going to send you exact instructions on what you're going to be doing with these products and how it's going to work. And in our little accountability group, which will be on WhatsApp, then we'll also put instructions in there and help you if you have any issues at all. So if you don't have WhatsApp yet, you'll want to download it. It's a free download in the App Store or Google Play Store. And then we can add you to that group. And that's where you're going to have that group support and accountability as we do our 30 days. And there's going to be giveaways and prizes and all kinds of fun stuff in there. So you'll definitely want to be in the group. So we'll start here with our 3 supplements that we're going to be using. The first is PB Restore. So this is a kind of a newer supplement that just, kind of a reformulated new supplement that just came out in September. This is your pre, pro, and postbiotics all in one bottle. And this is really going to help with all the microbiomes in your body. I believe we have 5 major microbiomes. As women, we have 5. Men, I guess, have 4. So that would be your skin, your respiratory. I'm going by memory here, so you might have to help me. So skin, respiratory, your vaginal, what am I missing, guys? Skin. I went over this earlier in my head. Your gut,
your mouth,
and your oral one. Yes, thank you. Yes, so that's all of them. So your oral, your digestive, your respiratory, your vaginal, and your skin. So those are your 5 major microbiomes. And so the PB Restore is really going to help with all of those. But for this specific thing, what we're looking for is fertilizing our tummy, giving it all the good bacteria in our tummy. Really your intestines, not necessarily your stomach, right? Because that's not where the good bacteria is going to need to be. If you're taking a probiotic, that's another little fact for you. If you're taking a regular probiotic, not doTERRA's, that's not going to work for this cleanse. You need this one. So this one specifically, it is double encapsulated. It gets to the gut. That's where it opens up. This is a very crucial fact when it comes to probiotics, because your stomach acid is designed to get rid of bacteria. When you put food in it that has bacteria on it, Your stomach acid needs to get rid of it so that you don't get sick. So if you put bacteria into the stomach acid eats it up. So this is good bacteria. So we want it to pass through the stomach and get to the intestines so that it can do its job. The second supplement we're going to be using is our Zendocrine Detoxification Complex. These are actually herbs in a capsule. All the top herbs that are not only going to help with your liver, but also your kidneys. And then we have Terrazyme. And if you've been around doTERRA a while and haven't tried Terrazyme, you've been missing out. This is one of my favorite supplements. This is going to be great for your digestive issues. It's fantastic for skin. If anyone has any skin issues, we typically tell them to go with Terrazyme and PB Assist or PB Restore first. That's going to help with any kind of gut issues that they've got, which will reflect in the skin. And so I put in here that it's best friends with PB Restore. You'll see us use those two products a lot together. So those are the 3 supplements that you're going to need. Now, for the oils we're going to need, we have first up our MetaPower Metabolic Blend. It's your energy boost. It's your fat burner. It's going to help reduce sugar cravings, can help us reduce those cravings for alcohol or anything else that we should not be having during our liver cleanse, which we're going to be going over in just a minute. Then we have our other 2. So these other 2, cilantro and celery seed, these may be 2 that you don't have in your oil collection yet. They don't smell the greatest. So I typically don't diffuse these oils. But during this cleanse, we're going to be using them topically and internally. So the first one, cilantro, it's going to be great for detoxing. It's going to also help release heavy metals. I'm sorry, in the chat, Karen asked, can PB Assist be used? Preferably not. If you want the best results, we're going to go with the PB Restore because it's much more powerful than the PB Assist. And then the other one here is celery seed. So this is also going to be detoxing our liver and our kidneys. So some of you guys might want to be doing this cleanse with your significant other. If so, when you go to purchase the items for your cleanse, everybody's going to need their own supplements, the ones on our previous page, because those are designed for like one person for the process. Okay. But for the oils, you can most likely share these. So you'll want to, because you get 250 drops in each of these bottles. So those should last you plenty for both of you to use during the study. But for the supplements, you'll want to make sure that you both have your own. Okay. All right. So here's the tips for a successful liver cleanse. Number 1, we're going to limit the amount of coffee that we are drinking. Preferably 1 cup, maybe 2, but if you can wean yourself down off of that, that would be great. Okay. Try not to have more than 1 cup of coffee per day. Number 2, avoid alcohol, sugary drinks, and sodas. And this includes your fake sugar. So don't think that your Coke Zero or your Diet Coke or anything like that is acceptable. That's a giant no-no. So no fake sugar, no sugary drinks, no alcohol. Okay. It's only 30 days. If you can't go without alcohol for 30 days, you absolutely need to go without alcohol for 30 days, right? This is kind of a good test for all of us, right? That we can do this for 30 days. Number 3, we're going to clean up our diet as much as we can. Now with this cleanse, we're not telling you exactly what you need to eat or what to avoid, but we're just asking that you use common sense to eat things that you know are good for your body. So try to avoid things that are fried, cakes, pies, candy, right? All that kind of stuff that we know we shouldn't be eating anyway. We want to up our veggie and fruit intake. We want to limit or try to avoid red meat and stick with things that are like chicken or fish. Okay, those are going to be easier during this process. Of course, everybody can do their own thing. You can tweak it a little bit, but these are going to be your top tips to get the best results. The next one's really, really important. Drink at least half your body weight in ounces of water daily. A dehydrated body is a toxic body. So Simple math, right? Whatever you weigh, cut it in half and turn it into ounces. So if you weigh 150 pounds, that means you need to drink 75 ounces of water per day, at least. If you can drink more than that, that's fine. But at least half your body weight in ounces of water per day is going to really help you to cleanse your body out throughout this process. Okay, I hope somebody else is watching chat because I haven't been watching it if there's questions. You might feel hungry. One of the signs of a toxic liver is not having an appetite. So as we start working on this, you might start to feel hungry. That doesn't mean it's time to just constantly eat all day, but drink your water. Drink your water. This is also going to help you with headaches. Sometimes as people detox, they get headaches. Not necessarily everyone, but drinking plenty of water can help you. Now, something I did not add on this slide that I was going to and then forgot to go back. If you are taking vitamins like the Lifelong Vitality Pack, which I hope that you are, you're going to have to listen to your body and see what you want to do with it. I personally am going to continue to take my Lifelong Vitality Pack the same way I do every single day. But if you know that you are more sensitive to changes that are happening in your body, you might want to stop taking your LLV for about a week as you jump into this detox, and then you can slowly add it back in. That is totally your preference, and you can listen to your body on that one. I'm just going to go for it and then see what happens. I think my body's so used to LLV, I don't think it's going to be an issue. But if you're newer and you maybe just got started and now we're throwing in all this other stuff on you, it might be a bit much for your body to handle. So keep that in mind. Okay, here is what we're recommending to you guys to get started. This is our liver cleanse kit. So we are going to be taking those oils internally. So we're asking that you get veggie caps. You do not have to get those from doTERRA if you don't want to. It's just convenient if you don't have them, order them all and get them in the same box. But you can get veggie caps from anywhere. So PB Restore, Terrazyme, our Zendocrine Detox Complex, celery seed, MetaPower, cilantro, and you'll need some veggie caps. Those are the things you're going to need to purchase in order to participate. But here are the things that you get for free to go along with that. We're going to have that group support in WhatsApp that we talked about. There's going to be weekly giveaways in there. And in this group, we're also going to be tracking everyone's progress because we want to see how you're doing and we want to be a support to you. So when you register, which I'll be sending that link out to you guys, when you register, it's going to ask you about those symptoms that we talked about at the beginning of the class. Are they affecting you? How much are they affecting you? That kind of thing. And then 1 week in, 2 weeks in, 3 weeks in, and 4 weeks in, we're going to send you another quick little survey through our WhatsApp group. It won't take you more than like 2 minutes to fill it out. And just let us know how you're feeling. We want to keep up with it. And throughout the process, if you have any issues, you're going to reach out to your personal doTERRA advocate and they'll be able to help you with that. Or you can ask questions as well in the WhatsApp group. So we're going to be there to help you and support you if you have any little hiccups or issues along the way. Also, we're going to be sending you a little welcome package. That welcome package is going to have a roller bottle because we're going to be using the cilantro, MetaPower, and celery seed in a roller. We're going to make our own roller. So we're going to send you that roller bottle along with some coconut oil so that you can create that blend yourself. We're also going to make sure that you get a free diffuser. So this is for our new accounts. You'll get a free diffuser with your purchase. You'll get free access to doTERRA wholesale for an entire year. And of course, you'll get free shipping as well. So, and you may even have access to some extra freebies as well. Some people will have promo codes that begin March 1st. So you can ask us for those and they'll add some extra free items on there for you as well. I do have some links already created. So if you are here as my personal guest, just send me a text. I can send you a link. I have 2 links created, one for a single person who wants to do this and one for a couple. So the cart is already loaded up and ready for you to get started. Okay. All right. So what's next? Last thing. You're going to text your personal doTERRA advocate with the word liver. When they get that text from you with the word liver, they are going to send you the registration link for the group study. Okay. They're going to help you in getting your liver cleanse kit ordered. So they might tell you do it now. They might tell you wait till March, depending on what the promos are, what's going to be most beneficial to you. So they're going to help you with that. Okay. We'll get you into the WhatsApp group. Make sure you have that downloaded if you don't have that already, so we can be ready to go. Now, I do recommend that if you are going to wait to March to get your stuff ordered, do not order any later than March 3rd or 4th, so that we'll make sure that your items arrive in time to begin with us on March 15th. Now, at the beginning of this month, shipping was painfully slow. Some things were like way backed up. The last couple of things I've ordered have been much, much faster. So I think we're back on track, which is great. But I don't want to risk that with you guys for this cleanse. So just make sure that you have your stuff ordered, as close to March 1st as possible, so that we can make sure that your stuff arrives on time. All right, I'm going to stop screen sharing. Do we have any questions that I didn't answer? Let's see. Carla, do you have a question?
I do. Okay, so what you showed for what we need to have, do they sell a kit, or we got to order some of that stuff separately?
It's not a pre-made kit from doTERRA, but we can put it all together in a cart for you.
I got you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Deanna?
I noticed on the oils, you were saying that we're going to take them in capsules, but we're also going to use a roller. So is it going to be topical as well?
Yes, topical as well. We're going to be rolling it over our liver and the bottoms of our feet, and we're going to be taking them internally. I noticed in the chat too, Sylvia or Mario, they said they can't really stomach Zendocrine. Have you, there's two types of Zendocrine, just so you know. The Zendocrine Detox Complex that's in that capsule is not the essential oil. It is like the herb one. So it's totally different than the other Zendocrine that's in the soft gel. And if you have issues with anything being taken internally, well, first of all, if you have issues, typically it's because your liver is clogged up. So we're going to fix that, and then we won't have as much issue. But if you tend to like burp things up, or you feel a little nauseated when you take oils internally, you can also add a little bit of olive oil to your veggie capsule, and that'll help it to digest a little bit easier. Kimberly?
Yeah, Brittany, can you still take your regular medicine when we're doing this detox?
Absolutely. We're never going to tell you not to take your medicine.
Okay, good.
Not going to do.
All right, thank you.
No, yeah, we're never going to tell you to come off of all your medication. In the chat, Holly asked if there's people available if we can't stay off of alcohol. Absolutely. We're going to have someone in our group chat who is an expert with detox and addiction, and she can be in there to help you guys as much as possible. So if you are really on the struggle bus avoiding alcohol, then you can absolutely reach out to her. She can tell you more about that in our group chat. Terry or Lane?
You had mentioned about maybe needing to stop LLV when we begin the liver cleanse. What about the rest of our supplements that we take, like our doTERRA supplements, our Deep Blue, all of those? Should we maintain our normal routine with those?
Yeah, I'm going to maintain everything. The only one that I heard it might be just an overload of things for us is if we're doing LLV, just because there's so much packed into those vitamins, and now we're adding in a bunch of other stuff that it could potentially cause you to have like some upset stomach or constipation or things like that. What size veggie cap is recommended? I believe we're doing 2 drops of each oil in the veggie cap. So I don't know veggie cap sizes. What do they call that? A 0, a 00? I don't know. If somebody else knows the answer to that, you could tell me. One that'll hold 6 drops.
The ones from doTERRA will hold 8 drops.
I'll hold 8. Okay. Jeanette?
Just get the doTERRA veggie drops. It's $4.
Yeah, and you get 150, I think, in there. Yeah, it's super cheap.
I have a question.
Okay, Denise, go ahead.
Yeah, you can order the veggie caps off Amazon.
You can if you choose to find a high quality one that you know is not garbage. But the doTERRA ones are literally $4. So it's not an expensive thing to get, and you know where it's coming from.
I was just trying to make sure because I thought someone said that it didn't, like with the veggie caps, it didn't make a difference if it was from doTERRA or Amazon. So I was just trying to make sure.
Yep.
Because
Whichever way that you want to do it.
I just want to do everything safe, you know. So.
If you want to be safe, go straight to doTERRA. You never know what you're going to get on Amazon. You'll see doTERRA oils on Amazon, and they're not even doTERRA oils. So, so I don't recommend it.
doTERRA with the veggie caps and to be safe.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And it's not much of a price difference. Bay, did you have a question?
Yes. So when you put the oils in the capsules, do they, if you're going to make them ahead of time, do they need to be refrigerated?
Frozen, if you're going to make it ahead of time.
Frozen?
Yeah.
Like how far ahead of time?
If you're not going to take them right then, like if you're going to not take them in the next 15 minutes, freeze it.
So you put it in the freezer. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Just because, especially you've got in there like MetaPower oil has citrus in it, and that's going to break down a veggie cap pretty quickly. So you can freeze them ahead of time. I mean, it doesn't take long to make the veggie cap either. So something else you could do, I believe, I'll double check the instructions, but I'm 99% sure that the instructions are equal parts of each of the oils. So you could make yourself like a master blend of equal parts and then just put, you know, the 6 drops of the master blend into a veggie cap. If you're like on the go all the time and don't want to bring the 3 oils around with you, you could potentially do that too. Make it a little bit easier for you. Carla, do you have another question?
Yes, I want to ask a question about the veggie caps. You explained that I didn't know. I thought they were actually filled with like stuff with doTERRA, but we filled them up with the oils, correct?
Correct. And yes, they're empty.
There are 2 drops of oil. Is that per day? I mean, how many? We just do 2 drops of each oil per day?
We're going to be sending you instructions as soon as you're registered. We'll send you all the instructions detailed so you'll know exactly what to do.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Yeah, you're going to notice a big difference. I'm just looking in the chat here. You're going to notice potentially a big difference in all kinds of numbers. That's why I'd love for people to go get their blood work done so we can see your starting point and we'll see where we're at. Now, we're not telling you that we're going to fix every issue you've got in 30 days, right? But what we're looking for is signs of improvement. And then after this, we can help you guys with some protocols. So if you're working on losing weight, we can, after the detox, then we can jump into things like our MetaPower system, or maybe you need help with more digestive issues or other skin issues or something. So we can work on those things over time. This is just like your big jump start in. Okay. Wendy, did you have a question or a comment?
And somebody had asked way back in the chat about stevia, if that was okay.
It's a natural sweetener, so you can use that. Jeanette?
So like, this is like my first time. I'm very excited, not to brag, but like how many, times of a liver, like in a year, would you recommend like doing a liver detox?
So everyone needs to do one at least once a year, and twice a year if you're someone who kind of fell into more of those categories that we talked about earlier. If you're on a lot of different medications, if you're regularly drinking alcohol, if your diet is not so great, if you're over the age of 35, that is where we might want to do twice a year. But if we can at least do it once a year, we're gonna see a big difference. You might love it so much, you're definitely gonna want to do it twice a year. Everything in the kit, by the way, is roughly about $185. I see it in the chat. In March, there's a slight price increase because everything in the world goes up. And it's not much, but I have not double checked these specific items. So it may be a couple bucks more than that. But it's roughly about $185. And then we're going to make sure that you guys have the extra stuff that you need as well. So that roller bottle, the coconut oil, that kind of stuff, you're not going to need to go out and purchase. Your advocate's going to take care of that for you. Yes, it's going to help with kidneys as well. Kidneys and liver all together. We're focusing on the liver, but the kidneys are a side benefit. Shay, do you have a question? I'm sorry. Let's hear from Shay. She hasn't had a question yet. Shay, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to ask about how many roller bottles do you think we're going to need to do the cleanse?
One.
Just one per person?
Yep, just one per person. Yeah, we're just going to make up a blend. They're going to use, or said they're going to make their blend with their oils when they buy them. I mean, obviously, if you're a husband and wife going to do it together, they might each want their own so they can use it throughout the day. But typically just one per person.
Well, I don't have a question, but Denise, I was gonna say that I'm on 4 different types of blood pressure medicines, and I'm really trying to get off of it. And so I guess with the liver cleanse, that should help some.
It should absolutely help. Are you also using Shinrin Yoku at night?
I haven't used that yet. Shinrin Yoku at night. No, I haven't.
So that's definitely what I would do as well. It is clinically proven to reduce high blood pressure, typically within 7 days, by diffusing it for 8 hours at night.
That's what I need to do.
And it's simple, right? Diffusing. So easy.
How you use the diffuser. I did receive one of the diffuser things, but I'm trying to figure out how to use it.
Yep, just reach out to your advocate. They're going to help you out.
Okay.
They can help you with instructions on that. Yes,
Okay.
you can do this along with other medications, guys. This is not going to be an issue. But if you feel uncomfortable or you want to double check things with your doctor, you are always welcome to do that. You can always show them what you want to take.
Yes. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to find someone that will support me with the doTERRA essential oils, in that sense, in that era. I'm trying to get some help with that.
Yes, you want a doctor that is going to do what you want them to do. They work for you, you don't work for them, right? So we make decisions on our healthcare, and they need to support that. So if you're telling them I want to do things naturally, and they're just trying to shove medicine in your face, you need to find a new doctor.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do.
Aurora, do you have a question?
Not really a question, but a suggestion. I have recognized and realized that more nurse practitioners are more willing to work with you on the natural side than doctors. That's why my primary care is actually a nurse practitioner.
Oh, wow.
They're more apt to be more listening to you and what you want to do, and really motivate you, encourage you to continue on the natural path rather than trying to push meds at you. That's just something that I've experienced myself.
Thank you. So hopefully that'll help you guys as well. And 2, also, when you're drinking all that water, you can always add citrus oils into your water as well. That's going to help you to kind of change up the flavor as well, so you're not getting bored of drinking so much water throughout the day, but it's also going to assist in that detox and cleansing you out. Jeanette?
Also, we have the new MetaPower Recharge. Would that also be a really good substitute because it's electrolytes, sodium, it has really good properties in there.
It is with me every day. I am totally obsessed with the new MetaPower Recharge.
So instead of using Crystal Light to flavor your water, use MetaPower Recharge. Really good.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I have a question, Brittany.
Yes.
It's like at night. I don't know. This is crazy. I'm extra thirsty at night, and I'm always keeping like this big bottle of water, and I drink a whole lot of water at night. And
Are
I'm
you
just
diabetic?
wondering if I'm not even a diabetic.
You're not diabetic.
It's just weird.
I would definitely try to up your water intake throughout the day instead of at night, so that you're not up all night going to the bathroom.
I think that's what it is. And then we running and running and running. And sometimes don't even get a lunch break because it's so busy. I'm a CNA. I work at Providence Hospital, and it's just so it be just so crazy. You can't hardly even stop and take a break. Usually, I have to occasionally, like, at least drink some water or something. I said I got to take a break some kind of way.
Yeah, you can't be taking care of other people if you're not taking care of yourself. So make sure you're doing that. And that new
Yeah.
MetaPower recharge would be great for you as you're running around throughout the day to replenish electrolytes and sodium, potassium, magnesium, all that good stuff.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that.
I'm super excited to jump in with this with you guys. This will be my first liver cleanse as well. So we're going to be right there with you every step of the way, doing this right along. You know, everyone's going to be participating. So if you guys need anything, you know, you'll have that WhatsApp group to ask any questions, need help. Okay. But just kind of to finish up here, what you need to do next right now is you need to text your doTERRA advocate the word liver so they can get you over that registration form. I'm going to make sure all the advocates have it. And I'll be sending that to them in just a minute as soon as we stop this. And then that way we'll go ahead and send you guys your registration form. We'll get you all set up with the oils that you need to purchase or products that you need to purchase, and you'll be ready to go come March 15th.